Let's look at the case study, because I know that you are a great expert in the hospitality industry, having worked with some of the biggest hotels in the world. So how do you see the solutions of Web3 metaverse for people really very basic? Because everyone thinks about metaverse, thinks about games, Roblox. Even Roblox, people don't think about metaverse. So then they think around Ready Player One or Meta from Facebook, and they get confused. But really, the metaverse industry is a multi-trillion dollars industry that is really becoming one of the biggest parts of the technology in the world, and comprehends 3D, comprehends a lot of things. So let's look at the case study of, for instance, you touched the funding, but let's look at, for instance, one case study with one hotel or one region, like the touristic region, because I think this part is as important as everything else, especially for people listening to us, because they will be the ones investing. And it's a great one for people that you are let's say, if you are pitching to an investor, the first thing is understand the narrative. So, and I know that you're an expert, so I would like to hear this from you.
Excellent. Thank you, Dinis. So the funding element. Today, everyone heard about the crowdfunding. Of course, this is not new. It's already there. But 90% of it is tackled only for the real estate residential buildings. Okay, no one has tackled the hospitality. And even who tackled it didn't really succeed, whether be it from a security perspective, a platform, a proper platform for it, and you name it. Today, the idea of the platform, the funding platform for hospitality, and again, it's specific hospitality assets. These hospitality assets would have a clear community linked to them. Be it your millennials, your Gen Z, which represent more than 1/3 of the global population, actually. Today, this generation do not want anymore to invest in one asset. They want to invest, first of all, this is how the fractional economy is based on, actually. They want to invest in multiple assets. They want recognition. They want membership. They want to feel part of a community that will empower them and that will give them leverage, actually. So the idea of this funding platform, and again, at a later stage, once we announce it officially, we'll have more details, is really to focus on a specific targeted community with a specific brand. And usually it's a lifestyle brand. And we're going to have particular strategic partners. And again, loyalty is important. And when we started with a partner, we will take it till the end with the same partner. When we make a bet on a partner, we really make a bet. In addition to the brand, we make a bet on the person, on the human element of it. You know, a brand is a brand, but then the human interaction and the mindset is very important. And I believe that this is what really would allow us to move faster and further. Once you have this platform, and we're almost there, 80% there, then people would be able to fractionally invest in a specific project, okay, within a region. But this investment will mean that they will be also owning a fraction of the next project that will be developed in another region. So these founding investors will be part of a club. And this investment, it's like a fund, actually. At the end, the mechanism is a mechanism of a fund, but a reimagined and re-engineered way of doing the funding process. And again, it's not for your institutional investors, it's more for the individual investors from a fractional ownership perspective, because this is what will stimulate the economic development of the destination as such, and of course of the brand as a key element of this particular development.
Fantastic, you put it very well. So I appreciate that. I think this is really important for people listening to us, because one of the things I try to do in this podcast is demystifying big concepts. Because of course we are industry leaders and we love what you do, but if we explain this, if you don't really democratize, then people think everything is the same and become cynics. So let's touch you mentioned the platform, and it's really important. And I think I would make a parallel beginning of the internet, okay? For people that are more than 40s or 30s at least, they know that at the beginning of the internet, you add websites, then you add the search engines that would start indexing the websites, and you can find the websites. I remember actually really beginning of the internet, that I wanted to find websites, and I have to put it in a box and, okay, what's this website? Because it was difficult to find it, or almost impossible. And then suddenly Yahoo appeared, and then Google, and Google became Google, and then it's history. And then you had actually, even after Google, you still had to go through e-commerce, mobile, and things like that. So let's make the same parallel with the metaverse, and especially the areas of hotels. Okay, it's a big industry. One of the biggest parts of the internet is traveling. Okay, it's a big industry, it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and traveling comprehends culture, comprehends hospitality, comprehends even the way we behave. We go and visit our relatives, we go and engage with the cultural background, religious, whatever we want. So how do you see this applied? You mentioned the club, you mentioned the investment part. Let's know right now how you see the metaverse, because in the end of the day, we build a narrative, and especially people like you, and that's what I want to talk about, MetaKapsule. And you mentioned as well the concept. So there's two concepts here that are important to understand the metaverse. And let's use this as you as a thought leader. So you mentioned, so MetaKapsule in itself, it's already a concept, because it's a meta and a capsule, and I'm sure you're going to discuss that. And then you have as well the concept that is a very important concept, that is how we look at digital. And you mentioned the phygital. Okay, so for people that never, I know that this is for you and me is something that we are.
No, you're right, and
this
excellent.
Is key
touch base on this, 100%, definitely. So thank you, Dinis, and this is a great actually transition, and great you mentioned phygital. So why we came up with this slogan, your bridge to phygital? Very simple. Today you have the physical world and the digital world. Linking them together, this is what's missing. And this is the gap that we are bridging as a MetaKapsule community of experts. So the idea again, Meta from, definitely the Metaverse. Our mission is really to build a digitally trusted world. The idea is to lead the digital transformation era and the decentralized hospitality industry while creating an efficient meta community from a community perspective. So meta comes from the metaverse. Capsule, using the capsule, because usually in a capsule from medicinal perspective, a capsule, it extracts the most beneficial needs or requirements similarly to the satellite, which captures signs and transmits them to a unique element. This is what MetaKapsule does. So bridging the gap between business and technology is not easy and requires discipline and balance, okay? And this discipline and balance is between technology, people, and the business. So you need to have the proper ecosystem. And I always say it, innovation is a mindset. Technology without incorporation to a business is pure tech. Business without using the technology in place today will face issues because of the fast pace that we are in, and because of the trends. And again, we go back to the same key element, the community, because the community that is moving forward very fast is really linked to the technology. If we talk about phygital NFTs, and I'm sure you, again, this is very familiar to you, but to make it simple for the audience, phygital NFTs can help in supply chain management, creating greater experiences, engaging with customers in great ways, and of course, product pre-launch. All of this is pretty simple, straightforward. How to apply it to businesses, this is where we come into action through our different key strategic partners.
Fantastic. And I think this is, for people listening to us, we're doing history here because this is a concept that is going to be incredibly more important. And I think, Moh, it's your concept as well. A lot of these concepts, of course, are hybrids, but it's like you're talking about digital transformation, digital economy, creative economy. The digital is already happening. Most of people just don't
100%.
understand. And I think the challenge is that metaverse concept has so much positive and negative things associated that people get very confused.